Chairman Cornyn and members of the Senate Committee, thank you for having me here today. As you've stated, I'm the sheriff of Goliad County, Texas. We're a small rural county sheriff's office, about halfway between Houston and Laredo on Highway 59. So we're on a major corridor for legitimate and illegitimate products going to and from the border. I'll get straight to the point. The border Biden policy has had the most significant negative impact on the safety and security of our communities in South Texas in my 31 years of law enforcement. As an example, in Goliad County at the Sheriff's Office prior to 2021, the Goliad County Sheriff's Office averaged 77 arrests per year. From January 2021 to date, we've averaged 413 arrests per year. That's a significant increase. I looked in our records and found no records of smuggling of humans cases or engaging in organized criminal activity cases prior to January of 2021 for our law enforcement agency. From 2021 to 2025, the Goliad County Sheriff's Office arrested 96 people for smuggling of humans and 126 for engaging in organized criminal activity. These kind of activities have skyrocketed throughout Texas as a result of Biden's open border policy. On top of that, we've turned over 145 illegal aliens to Border Patrol for processing and possible deportation. But this policy has brought quite a few other things, including significant property damage. In South Texas, there have been thousands of events where smugglers have driven through fences and have caused much damage to private property, tearing down fences. There are multiple ranches in South Texas that have over $100,000 in fence damage per year as a result of this open border policy and the cartel incursions into South Texas. Many rural houses have been abandoned out of fear of the cartel smugglers going through. There's been a drastic increase in the auto theft of pickup trucks throughout South Texas, because what many people don't realize is that the smugglers are using stolen trucks. That takes tens of thousands of vehicles to get millions of people through South Texas every year. And those vehicles are stolen from Texans and used in this illicit trade. Trespassing on private property has become a commonplace to the point where many of the ranches have been abandoned, where people fear being on them. In Goliad County alone, even though we're 180 miles from the border, in 2021, we discovered 16 cartel stash sites in our county. Just the one of those are just the ones we found by going out and looking. We had what was described as the Department of Homeland Security as the largest inland cartel stash site ever discovered in the United States of America. But the property damage is just part of it. It's the physical and the psychological damage, and I will give you just a few examples starting in 2021. We have a lot of residents in rural South Texas with credible fear of the cartel smugglers coming through their property. In April of 2021, a traffic stop in Goliad County led to the arrest of Brisa Santana. What we found was Miss Santana had been recruited in a bar in Dallas by a gentleman from Mexico, and she had gone down to the border and picked up 3 girls who were all in their late teens, early 20s. And they were being told that they were being brought into the United States to be reunited with their family members who were already illegally here in the U.S. But our investigation revealed that Ms. Santana had fake Social Security cards in her underwear when we got her to jail, led to further questioning. And what that investigation revealed was those 3 young ladies were considered especials. They were never going to be reunited with their families here. They were being taken to Chinatown in Houston to be put in sex slavery, indentured servitude. As you already pointed out, earlier this month, we caught the murderer in our county. We've dealt with a lot of different violence as a result of the Biden's open border policy, but I will leave you with this. For anyone who does not believe that these things are happening, I'm gonna leave you with a quote from a letter I found in a sex slave house from a raid I did in Rockport, Texas. The letter that I found there starts off with, "Dear daughter, in the USA, we sometimes have something called a slave boy or a slave girl. We call it an indentured servant." This letter goes on to articulate that it takes 5 to 13 years for these slaves to buy their freedom once they're brought into the United States of America. That is, unless they're sold to a new master before their debt is paid off. Thank you for your time, your consideration, and I will yield for any questions you have.